So I've decided to record a little prelogue to this video, um, just as a way to say, don't do this at home, kids. Hire a professional. This didn't go all that great. If it wasn't for the fact that my dad it's for his bathroom. He's not picky in the least, and his vision's going a little bit, so he can't see some of the messed up details. If this was for anybody else, it might be a problem. Um, Hire a professional. That's all I gotta say. Hey guys. So my next project is going to be installing peel and stick wallpaper. I'm going to be covering up this lovely 1976, say, wallpaper that you see behind me, or what's left of it. This is a bathroom that's been partially redone. So it has some bead, no, not beadboard, wainscoting. I don't know what it's called. That kind of wall up. And then it's got the old wallpaper still. And then there are places where it's been primed with this dark paint, but it still needs to be painted. I can't do anything about my mustard yellow shower at this point in time. We're not looking to do that. We're looking at what I can DIY, and pulling out a shower stall is not one of my skills. So we're going to do the wallpaper here. I've already wiped down the walls pretty thoroughly. What I need to do next is paint this trim that's up high. It's just a small piece of quarter round that's up there. I'm going to paint that my favorite off-white, which is Swiss coffee. Like all the off-white in the house is Swiss coffee. So I'm going to paint that up there, and then we need to do some small repairs. There's a few places where there's holes and rough patches, and so some of that needs to be cleaned up a bit before I can start. So I'm going to get to the painting first. Okay, so I got my first coat of paint on the quarter round that's along the ceiling up there. And while I'm waiting for that first coat to dry, I'm going through and I'm sanding any rough spots, filling any holes. Now, you may not see that stuff after the wallpaper goes on, but I'm not sure of that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those holes. I just have just a little thing of spackle here. Spackling a putty knife is great, but if you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. Just stick your finger in there and stick it on a hole. That's how I do it. And you know, you're gonna sand it afterwards anyway. And I actually busted out the gloves because I managed to shove a splinter underneath my fingernail, which was fun. So now I'm wearing gloves. Yeah, so I'm going to take off that plate there. I'm going to fill some more holes, do a little sanding, put another coat of paint up there, and then we're a little bit closer to having our walls ready for the wallpaper. Okay, so it's the next day. I wanted to make sure that that trim dried fully. I've sanded all the little places where I filled holes, wiped it down with a sponge to get the dirt off. Because it's peel and stick wallpaper, I want to make sure that it adheres properly. I've read the instructions. It says it can't go on bare drywall. I don't have bare drywall, but I do have bare plywood, for lack of a better term. This is a mobile home. So hopefully it sticks to that, because that's behind me, a big patch of that. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of me starting it, because I'm going to start 20 inches in from the corner over here. I am to measure 20 inches out and mark a line with a level. So that's what I'm going to do now. I got a Sharpie to mark it with, just to make it a little more obvious. Do I have a tape measure on me right now? No, because I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Tape measure, procured. I think I'll edit that out. 20 inches. So the wallpaper, I think it's 20.5. I'm assuming a 0.5 is a half. It says to only overlap a 32nd of an inch. So I guess it wants me to leave excess for in the corner in case the corner isn't totally straight. I'm guessing is the purpose behind that. I'm gonna just follow the fucking instructions, which is a rarity for me. 20 inches out. Really? Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta do me like that? 20 inches. My level. So I'm gonna hold it up to the mark. I'm gonna get this guy level right there and make a mark. Apparently this is the most important piece. All the rest of the pieces will follow from this one. So it's important to get this one done right. One other thing I did that I'll mention is I put a new blade in my utility knife because I don't want it to be old and snag somewhere and tear the wallpaper. So I got a sharp knife at least. So you're supposed to I'm very nervous about this. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. I'm just really convinced I'm gonna mess it up. It says to leave extra at the top, a little extra at the top, and then I'm gonna cut it off after. I'm a little worried about that. I'm worried about it sticking to my freshly painted trim. I don't know how. Should I have gotten peel and stick? Because to me it seems like it might be worse instead of better. Let's see here. Okay. So I line up with that. I leave some extra there. I'll definitely be leaving the extra in the corner. I'm supposed to get it on like that. Okay. It says to peel down like 12 inches. So I'm peeling off this backing here. Oh, it's like a big sticker. Okay. Looks like a foot. How is this supposed to happen here smoothly? Okay. 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 I also have a plastic smoothing tool to smooth out bubbles as I go. Okay, let me peel off a little more here. I'm not taking the far corner all the way over and smoothing it yet because I'm thinking it might be easier when I get to the bottom and I cut it off. I haven't cut off the bottom yet. Okay, so I read the instructions again just to make sure I was doing it okay. And I'm doing it okay. It doesn't say to cut off the excess at the bottom until you get to the bottom, so I guess I'm okay on that. You might not be able to see much of what I'm doing right here. Sorry, cabinet. And right now, phone is taped to a spot that I can't move it. I don't want to untape my phone. Some more. Line it up. I guess I should have made that mark going all the way down, huh? I still can. It's not over yet. I don't want to get it on the wallpaper. I'm not going to make that line. I'm going to hope that I can do it without that line. So we just do this little bits at a time. You peel off a little bit more. You put it on. It says it's really important not to stretch it. So I'm trying not to pull and stretch it too much. I do have this. I'm loving the pattern on this wallpaper. It's got a little bit of swirl to the background. I don't know if you can tell. And it hides some of the blemishes because these walls are not blemish free. I know that's a shocker, but I really wish this cabinet wasn't here. I don't think I need to record me being in the corner and you can't see.